beauties, how are you today? Today is Monday, June 13th, and I need to do another video because it's been a while and I hate lagging on these. So let's talk about something that a lot of you kind of requested because I mentioned it in like a couple of videos ago, 2 or 3 videos ago, about stress and how I deal with it. Most people, like older people, I guess, if you talk to them, you would think that teenagers don't have stress, or like, you know, it's not that stressful, like get over it. But I was one of those people when I would hear about college students, like, you know, going as severe as people falling into depression and stuff like that, and suicidal thoughts. I just thought, like, damn, is it that extreme that like people like can't deal with it? So I've never gotten to that point, thank God, but I always, like, I'm an overachiever, as you can read from my tweets. I like to keep myself busy, and I like to be doing like 5 million different things at a time. And I just got a little overwhelmed. I was doing an internship my sophomore year, which was last semester. I was doing that. I was working 30 to 35 hours a week as an assistant manager. And I also had a full workload in college. Now, I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm like the worst type, like, you know, like I'm like high almighty on this horse or something. Because I know people work like 2 full-time jobs and go to school full-time. Some of them have kids. So like, I'm not saying that I had it so bad. But for me personally, it was quite a lot to juggle with. And adding to all of that, I had to juggle my social life still. I am a girl, so obviously I had my boy problems, and as girls we know that if you have a guy problem or you have guy drama in your life, it kind of consumes a lot of your time and your like brain, and you're constantly thinking about it and you're just like unfocused and stuff, so that did not work. But what I found with my stress was that I'm the type of person to not accept it and just go with the flow, keep going and keep adding more things and more tasks and more projects. And inside me, I wasn't relieving that stress. I wasn't paying attention to me. I wasn't coping with it. That's the word. Anywho, so I had kind of like a meltdown. Like, I don't even know when. Like, towards the end of the semester, I was freaking out about my grades. My internship was giving me a headache because they wanted me to stay permanently, but I don't want to stay permanently because I figured it wasn't what I wanted to do. More guy problem, one guy problem, and work was just becoming too hectic for me. I had no social life. I was working twice on the week during the week, and then the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, I was there like 8-hour shifts. So I was just like, I have no life. I'm not breathing, and I just had a meltdown. I just completely melted down. So what I do to relieve the stress is I've learned that even if I take a simple car ride, like if I'm becoming like, I feel it inside me that I'm gonna explode. That's the thing with me. If I explode, I attack it with whoever is like near me, or like I get in the crappiest mood ever, which isn't really fair because they're not the problem. Whoever's near you, like my family, probably my brother, I take it out on him all the time. So what I do is I go in the car and I just drive. I just drive aimlessly, and I know that's not pretty good or smart since gas prices are bad, but you know what, I just drive around like the 4 nearest towns near me, and I just like, either I start talking to myself, which is funny, or I'll take the camera and just start vlogging, but only to myself. So I know I'll never upload it, so I can say names, I can say whatever I'm really thinking, because I'm not going to upload it on YouTube. But that helps me, like, just talking it out with someone that's not going to respond. Because if I talk it out with my family, like, they're pretty much going to tell me, it's not a big deal, get over it. Like, we had it worse. If I talk with my friends, not all of them understand my situation. And I feel like I'm a burden if I keep repeating the same problems I have. So I drive, I put on the camera, I talk to myself, basically. Sometimes, like, literally to, like, cope with it, I just cry. You know, sometimes, I'm not a big crier. I don't cry often, actually. And it's not, like, easy for me to just cry or burst into tears. So when I'm at that point, like, sometimes all you need is to let go and just cry. Cry it out. Cry, 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 cry. But cry in an area where you're alone so people don't come bothering you and they don't ask you what's wrong. Why are you crying? Like, I hate answering those questions. Like, obviously, I'm upset if I'm crying. So, yeah, that's what I do. Or I'll just blast some music and forget about my world. I love to write things down. If I write it down, I feel better with myself because I have it there. I have it as a reminder. I'm getting all of my feelings out word by word, how I feel it, because I'm actually writing it down. So that actually helped big time for me to make like video diaries. I have a couple on my iMovie that various points where I've just become really stressed, and it's like talking to myself. And then I watch it back, and it's like, what were you stressing about? Like, everything played out. Like, I'm glad you managed it. Let's get over that. You know, you grew from it. If it was a bad experience, you take it, you learn from it, and you move on. If it was a good experience, I'm glad, like, whoever goes through it enjoyed it. I'm glad I enjoyed my good experiences. But just life as a teenager now is hard. I feel like it's really, really hard. Especially because we're young adults, so we're trying to do everything at the same time, but still maintain, like, a social life or a life, or still try to be young. Luckily, like, I still live with my parents and stuff. I'm only 19, so I still live with my parents, so I don't have those financial responsibilities as bad. I do have some financial responsibility for my own things, such as my car, my credit card, and all that good stuff, and like my own expenses. But I feel like sometimes you just need to take a break and you need to get away before you start like harming yourself, because I know stress is important. It's what keeps us going. It's called the flight or fight response your body makes to it. But if it's constant stress and it's severe stress, you're gonna get sick, or you're gonna be prone to more sicknesses like the cold, the flu, like, you know, all that stuff. That's why they say that college students right before or after midterms or finals is when we get like sick, because our immune system is down. We're just overloading with a bunch of studying materials and stuff. So it's like everything else is down, so nothing's fighting against the cold, the flu, anything like that. That's why kids get sick, college students, high school students. So yeah, that was my little ramble on stress. I feel like people need to talk about it, like, because I was not prepared when I was in high school. Nobody taught me the rules. Nobody taught me how to cope with things, what things would be coming at you, new ways of thinking, no ambitious goals. It's not just get good grades. Like, now you're adding more to your plate. And learning to deal with it is a hard step, but everybody has to do it in their own way. So hopefully I helped you out. I gave you some ideas. I know some people say, like, you know, more calmer, like take a walk, talk it out with a friend. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Go in your car and cry, or go take a walk and just pour yourself out, and it's like you feel so much better. Or record yourself. If you have like a webcam or something, just talk it all out. Talk it as if you were just talking with a friend, and then that way you feel better. You haven't bothered anyone, and you know you're dealing with it. You're coping with it. And if you guys really have like more, how do you balance everything? Like, how do you keep a life, work, 18 credits in school? Like, how do you do that? Like, just like leave me a comment. I'll tell you how I deal with it. A lot of it is organization and time schedules, time management. So leave me a comment down below if you like these type of videos. If not, just ignore it and look out for the next video. Hopefully will be something more interesting for most of you all. Mwah! Bye, loves. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.